Hello, 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 and welcome to another Phoenix Fitness Fanatics featured business spotlight. Today we have a wonderful guest. He is our friend. He is a wonderful, wonderful photographer. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on into the room. Come on in. Let's welcome Robert Swapp with Robert Swapp Photography Studios. Welcome. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are my friends on Facebook, on any of the other social media platforms, a couple of months, my husband and I actually did a wonderful photography session with Robert. And I just tell you, it was really just amazing. Man, this guy right here brings out the special in you. So tell us, Robert, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, have you always been into photography? I mean, it's always been.
Basically, I've been into photography about 20 years. Last 10 years has been more professional, more of a business site. I always loved pictures, since I was little, using little, 210 cameras, little Polaroid cameras and stuff like that. I always loved to capture the moments, capture people, and then about almost 4 years ago, I quit my full-time job. Then I told my wife, with the support of my wife, I told her, you know what, I've been helping people with other people's dreams because I used to work in education. I had many students that I talked to, I advise. So I had to take my own advice as, you know what, do what you love to do. So I love photography. It's a passion. Then it became a business. So about almost 3.5 years ago, I quit my full-time job, big commitment, and to get into photography, and then owning my own studio and also working with fellow photographers and so forth. Yeah.
Wow. Now, how scary was that? Like
it is
from full-time to.
It is scary because that constant paycheck. You have the paycheck is always there technically. The insurance, the benefits is there. But deep down, I've been working for somebody else for over, half of my lifetime, technically. I'm only 18. No, just kidding. I'll be turning 54 this year. So, yeah. So it was just due, you turn 50, you kind of look at yourself. What do you want to do? Kind of reinvent yourself again, right, and see what you want to do. And then, life is short. Like I tell people, life is really short. Just a little medical history. About a 1.5 years ago, I had open heart surgery, quintuple bypass. It's stress, smoking didn't help either.
Yeah.
Not being really overweight because I was always fair in weight, but just stress, bad eating habits and so forth. Smoking, which I love. Okay.
Yeah.
But I had to quit it cold turkey. My last cigarette was actually the day of surgery, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And that's hard, it's something that you did repetitively, just like other people have other, eating habits and stuff like that.
Right.
Smoking is a habit. And then to cut that habit off, you had to replace it with something else too. Good thing I didn't get into anything else, but yeah, it's just that happened to me, and then I look healthy, and I'm recovering about 95%, 90%, but yeah, it just happened all of a sudden. Basically, it happened all within 5 weeks time of me walking with my kids, feeling kind of out of breath, cold sweat. Then I go see my doctor on a Thursday. Says, come back next Thursday. I'll give you a referral to a specialist. The specialist on that Thursday. Come back next Thursday again. We'll get you on a stress test to see how things are going. During that stress test, she goes, "Are you sure you're okay? Do we need to call 911? You need to go to the hospital," because she was seeing things are elevated.
Yeah.
She goes, "Okay, you're fine. Just keep taking your nitro pills. If you take more than 3, you're going to go to the hospital." So then next following Thursday, we had emergency angiogram, where they come in with the dyes and the camera and stuff like that. again, they go, "Are you okay? Do we need to call 911?" So no, I'm okay, but if but if anything else happens, we got to go. Next following Thursday, basically, they signed me up for emergency surgery right away.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because my heart, they said it was only at 22% capacity functioning.
Oh my gosh.
So if I would have had a heart attack, I wouldn't have been here. Just to let you
Yeah.
guys know. So
Oh
it's
my gosh.
yeah. So no two other friends and families out there, and viewers out there. Yeah, just watch your health, watch your diet. Stop
Yeah.
smoking. I mean, I
Yeah.
still think about smoking every day, but that's what I have to live with. At least I'm living to
Right.
think about it.
That's absolutely right. I mean, I share that, that habit, that I smoked for about 12 years, and quit cold turkey. And that's the hardest way to quit.
Hard.
So
hard every day. You smell it. You smell it,
right.
brings it back,
Yeah, it does. Sometimes you smell it and you're disgusted. Other times you're like, it's definitely that willpower, that you have to have. And like you said, you have to figure out something else, to do.
Yeah.
I think for myself, I got addicted to, working out, right? Because I mean, that's quit cold turkey. And that's when I went on my journey of, my health. So gosh, wow. 22%.
Yeah. So let's not go about that.
Still. Yes. Wow. So tell us, okay, you've gone through a lot of stress, obviously, your body told you that. And, as I know about you, you are an entrepreneur, and you juggle a few different businesses. How do you balance, the work, the businesses, family life, and being able to just not be stressed out anymore?
Right. Well, photography, first of all, it was always my passion, and that's my creativity. The biggest thing that helps me out is the support of my wife. Okay, because photography is a full-time job, but it's not a full-time job, because there's a lot of downtime, because you're waiting for your next gig, just like in someone in the music industry, right? They're waiting for their next gig, planning for their next gig, practicing what they know. Maybe for me is editing pictures, doing other side jobs and so forth. But big thing is the support from my wife and from my family. She knows when I go shoot. She knows that that's my freedom. Yeah. That's my creativity. Just like for other people that they go work out for gym for a couple hours, and every day, right? Yeah. Leave me alone. This is my thing. I'm in the zen, because I can shoot all day and edit half a day, and I want to do it again every day. But I know you can't do that every day, so you have to step away. And my other businesses, of course, that's also another stress level, managing it. Helping my wife with it, she helps me with it, so forth. And since COVID, for the past 2 years, it's been tough for everybody and everything, business wise. We got into this new business less than a year ago, and COVID was still happening.
Right.
But again, and photography during the 2 years of COVID, nothing happened. Nothing, because studios were all locked down. Nobody wanted to go out. Things are getting better now. It's getting better and better. And it's picking up. But again, we all have to manage our time, our expenses. It's funny how people want my services. When I tell them I average around $200 an hour to $300 an hour, they don't realize that like that 1 hour photo shoot takes 5 hours worth of work,
right?
And then people and divide 200 into 5 hours. Let's say, what are you making?
Right.
But people only see that $200 an hour. Wow, that's expensive. Well, again, it's about training, right? You take your time to go train somebody. It's like what they say before. Well, Picasso painted could sketch you a portrait within 5 minutes,
right? And
then people will complain, "Well, it only took you 5 minutes to do." Yeah, but it took him 20 years to learn it.
Exactly.
What I'm saying? So, the thing with me, I could do a photo shoot like I did with you. We could spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and look at how many images that we created, right? And it's the movement, it's the relationship building. It's a trust factor, right?
Right. Yeah.
Shooting with non-models, sometimes they don't understand. They're very skeptical of what they do, how they look, and how they feel. As a photographer, you have to bring that out in a person. You know, and I'm very direct with my clients. You know, my job is to make you look good.
Yeah.
And that's it. Especially in social media these days. You know, I worked with some models yesterday, and I asked them right away, and they're female. I asked them, you know, how sexy do you want to be? You know, sometimes they're timid, or sometimes they go, Robert, I want the sexy, I want the looks, I want the light. But it's faithful,
right.
You know, and they have to trust me in that, where I'm not a creeper just looking at, you know, I just want them to feel and to get that experience of doing a photo shoot and walking away with confidence too. And then and during that time, I have fun with my clients, and they know that. You know, make them relax, put on music, maybe grab a cup of wine, a drink, just relax, you know, and then just to have fun. And time flies so quick.
It does.
It gets that creative process going for me and also for my client too. So that's the fun part. So that's why when my wife knows that when I go and shoot, it's my zen, you know. And when I come back, okay, now back to the other job, back to other reality. But again, every week or so, I gotta go shoot. I gotta shoot something. I'll call up a friend, call up models, or I'll set things up here too. Like we'll get into about me doing the epic photo shoot.
Yeah. So now you have 2 sons. Now, how old are your sons?
One is gonna be 9 years old. His name is Riley, and my other one is Ryan. He's gonna be 14 years old. Ryan right now, he's 5'9", and he's going into high school. So we're going through that phase too. So and both my sons are great, you know.
And then they're models, right?
Yes. Ryan, 14-year-old, started off when he was like almost like 5 years old. Yeah, one of his biggest clients we did was Apple Shoes. They're out in Vegas. Our modeling agency that booked us before was called Ford Models Youth Division, but then we changed to LA Models, you know, Youth Division. So they're big. And then he's been modeling since he was younger, and then his brother got into it also when he was about five years old. Right now things have stopped with modeling because of COVID, but things are getting back in again, stuff like that. Because during COVID, no one wanted to shoot, stuff like that. But things are coming back in. But it's just a matter of time and commitment, also putting to modeling. You know, because I'm a photographer, and people ask me, "Hey, can my daughters get to modeling?" And then I tell them, "Yes, they can. You need 3 good shots, you know, full body, a 3/4 shot, and a headshot. You know? But besides that, they have to have a certain look, good personality, be open, not too shy, you know. But the parent also have to make that commitment, because sometimes you'll get a last-minute phone call from your agent. Hey, can you go do a photo shoot in 2 hours or 3 hours in LA? And it's not guaranteed that you're gonna pay. It's a casting call. So you said yes, you go down there, you get the kids from school, whatever, drive out to LA for an hour. Okay, do a 5 minutes photo shoot, just a couple shots, and an hour and a half in traffic back.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's gonna pay off or not. And if you get hired, that's great. It could be anywhere from $500 to a couple $1,000, you know, for a day's worth of work. But I did it because it gave my kids confidence. And also me, as a photographer, I love it. I can see other people work or being on set, you know. So that's the fun part too.
Yeah.
So
oh my goodness, we need to talk about this epic photo shoot that I read about on your website. So, and I think our viewers actually got to see one of the pictures from it when they announced this interview. So tell us a little bit about that epic photo shoot.
So epic photo shoot came about in 2018 when I took my wife out to Vegas, and we did some scout locations and shoot. And what I saw was there's a location that's called the Nelson's Ghost Town out there. It's about 45 minutes outside of Vegas. Okay. And then out there also, they do have a dry lake bed. So it's the El Dorado dry lake bed, beautiful place. So I took my camera out there, I shot with the wife and said, you know what? I might do something here next year with my group of friends that are photographers. Okay. Every year in Vegas, there's a convention called WPPI. It's a big international wedding portrait photographer convention. They have hundreds and thousands of photographers and also vendors that come in. It's like a big expo. Mm-hmm. So the first year I decided, okay, I'm going to plan it out. I'm going to rent an RV for the models to change and use the bathroom and stuff like that. So I end up posting and getting about maybe 10 models and about 25 photographers that came out. And then they paid me a small fee, like $300, which is decent for a full day's worth of photo shoot. So we did that for the first year. So I called it the first initial epic photo shoot in 2018. Mm-hmm. In 2019, I did it. I did it bigger. Okay. Basically, in short, I had 25 models, 65 photographers, and then about 20 other assistants for the photographers that their friends and family. Then I hired makeup artists, a stylist. I collaborated with designers and other vendors and stuff like that. So it came to be an epic photo shoot. And then if you see on my website, you'll see the video that's shot by my friend Jason Vong. He has over maybe 300,000 followers on YouTube, so which is amazing. And then, but I did that because I love to shoot, but I didn't get to shoot that much because I was handling the event. But my photographers loved it. The models loved it because it's about content, and that's what we do right now is we get content. So then every year, again, I didn't do it last year and the year before because of COVID. I'm planning to do it again in 2023, just as big or maybe bigger. Yes. But this time I'm going to have help because last time it took me over 8 months to plan it all by myself during my full-time job. Wow. So this time I'll have more help. Yeah. But again, it's about getting that experience, making the personal contact with fellow photographers out there. And I had photographers all around the States and even through other foreign countries that came in. So that's what I'm looking forward to, again, to do that. So the epic photo shoot. So it's coming your way, guys.
Awesome. So 2023, the epic photo shoot. So if there's any photographers that are out there, any makeup artists, anyone that's out there that would like to be involved in that, how can they get involved in that?
Yeah, they could go to my website, go to my Instagram, DM me. They call me up directly. It's 626-482-2810. Okay, just don't spam me. Okay. Okay. My Instagram is there too. That's the easiest way. Instagram or message me right away, and then I return your message or get a hold of you for sure.
That would be an awesome event, definitely for people to get involved in for sure. So Robert, so tell me, so in this whole entrepreneurial journey, what do you feel has been like the toughest thing to overcome in the journey?
Starting the business, my last business, we opened up the store. I'll tell you should I tell them what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a business in regards to hydroponics. What's hydroponics? It could be for gardening. It could be for growing marijuana. For commercial, for personal use. Okay. So we opened up a warehouse, a retail wholesale warehouse in Ontario, and then that's how our friends met, and it's a partnership with other investors and so forth like that too. It's about a 12,000 square foot warehouse, which is a decent size. How long did it take us to find the warehouse? Almost 1.5 years to 2 years, because the warehouse market was tough during COVID. Mm-hmm. Why? Amazon. all the retail, Amazon, and then other followers of Amazon, their customers needed warehouse space. Because during this pandemic, Amazon online blew up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So we took all the real estate. If you want an office space, fine, that's out there. You can get that for less than $1.75 a square foot. For prime commercial warehouse, $1 and up. We were even like some places were asking $1.25. We were offering $1.50, $1.75. Gone.
Wow.
So for us to find a place finally, that suit our needs and so forth to start off, that was the hard part. Rent. Okay, and you have to think of the factor. Monthly expenses just on property alone is over $15,000, let's say. So you have to cover that. Then you have overhead. You have internet. Our internet is ridiculous in Ontario for business account. It's a fiber. It's $800 a month.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's for a big place. Yeah.
You put that in along with the rent, along with insurance, then not including your inventory that you have to gather, which is almost $1.5 million, let's say, to put into a store, and the racking and all that stuff. Then now you have to think about the marketing, the sales, the contact. So all that aspect is here. Along with my wife, she has to figure that out too. So that's hard. So overall, you have to plan things out.
Yeah. You all have really expanded. I mean, so you're definitely doing the right thing.
Right. And you have to do your market research, and then we're still learning. But we have to make that contact. The biggest thing too is for myself is I'm a people person. So every customer walk in, I want to meet them.
Yeah.
Because that's how you build that relationship with your clients, the trust factor. Yes, you get them a good price, but if they like you, they'll come back no matter what the price it is. Trust me, because I'm the same way as a shopper, and I think myself same way when I approach I've been in retail sales and sales for a long time, so customer service is always the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
So never prejudge a client, never do that, because people done that to me and they were sorry about it. So like the movie Pretty Woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never assume of how they're dressed or how they look like,
because you never know
when you walk into your store, because you never know who they know or who they are. That's going to affect your life in return, So treat everybody fairly.
Yeah, and I think that's what we love about you guys is just feeling like we're family. I know my husband, had said, hey, I definitely feel like, they're family. And, doing the photo shoot with you all, having him come out of his shell and just feel like, wow, and seeing him kind of shine like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like family, like that's my brother. So, to get someone that has that rough exterior to be able to, just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. He cleaned up well, So, I kid around. That's why I kid around with Mark.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. And then I knew, first time you always meet. It's always okay. What's happening next? But once you start meeting, getting closer together, you kind of find, there's a bond there. That personality kind of mesh, and then you relate, and then you build up that friendship, and then like I always tell my friends, friendship doesn't have to be. You don't have to see each other every day, but when you come together, right? We all have friends like that too. I have a friend that lives up north. He was like a mentor to me, but each time he calls, it could be a year from now or since 8 months before. It just seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
And then that's a good friendship.
Connection.
Good friendship lasts. We don't judge. They know for who you are. They don't ask for much. And you in return don't. You just are tight. And that's the biggest thing too. And it's sometimes more than family. It's just a bond. I think too. Because sometimes I have a brother, but we're very separate, very different.
Mm-hmm.
So life happens in different ways. Yeah. But I love meeting people. I'm a people person, and you have to be in photography. You have to be in just like you in the service industry, you
Yeah.
have to be a people person. If not, you might be behind a computer just doing this, and then you don't want to look up around you. You just
Some people like that.
yeah. Some people are like that, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
But our job and my job is to get the best out of somebody, right?
right. That's
You as
right.
a fitness person, you see all types of their personalities,
Yeah.
but you see them come out of their shell, maybe if someone loses, someone's overweight and they start losing their weight or
Oh
getting
yeah.
fit, and you
Once
see
you
them.
release that,
Yeah,
you release the weight, you release the mental weight, you release all of it. And
right.
I mean, just like even for yourself, when you get someone in front of that camera, they have to, kind of release that mental,
Yeah.
because they have to want to just kind of show up. I mean, even you even said it for me. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of here, but when you have someone that can make you feel comfortable and make you feel, at home, again, like in front of a camera,
Yeah.
It's great. So
Yeah.
I want all my audience. I mean, hey, I got a senior. Okay. So I know senior pictures are coming up. It's the season. So definitely connect with Robert for that. And just, I mean, anything you do weddings.
I should have. Yeah, I do weddings, portraits, events. I cover it all. My specialty is actually in shooting a lot of women. You'll see that on my Instagram, see that on my website, because that's where most of my clients come from. But then they also hire me for family events, bridal. I've done funerals too. Because I mean, people don't think about in the Asian community. That's big. To cover that event. It's about memory.
Right.
Honoring and having it's as the last photos of gathering families and people too. One thing I have to say, photography was always a passion, but the reason why one main reason why I did it, because one time I was invited to a company office party, and then I was working at a car dealership as a salesperson, but then I did photography just on the side. So during the party, I took a picture of the owner just eating, right? Just because we had a boat and stuff like that, so it was just eating. 2 weeks later, he gets in a freak car accident and died.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he was traveling through Phoenix or something like that. He was star chasing. He likes to look at astronomy at night.
Mm-hmm.
I guess something happened with his car, or he fell asleep. He passed away. He died. His family contacted me because they know that I was at the party and taking pictures. So I took the last picture of him, and that was the picture that because every picture before that was over 5-6 years of him, so it wasn't good, So that's why I think my passion really kicked in. How someone needed my services or needed a photo that I took, something that I provide for the family as a gift. And that's what made me I love photography, because I'm capturing people, and pictures are very important, and then no matter what it is, family event, portraits, lifestyle, it's just something that you have and cherish, So that's why it's special to me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So are there any message or words of wisdom that you'd like to give our audience before we close up today?
Call me, hire me. No, just enjoy life. Life is short. Take care of your family, take care of your friends. Just live life each day. You always have to plan for the future, but again, if things don't go out right, it's okay. I know that now. Trust me, I could have died a year and a half ago. I have 2 still young sons. My wife is still young. Even I'm older than her. But just enjoy your life. Life is short. Have fun, and just follow what you love to do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine featured business spotlight with Mr. Robert Swapp, owner of Robert Swapp Photography in San Dimas, California. Definitely, if you are local, get in there. You want to get some wonderful pictures with this man. He will capture the best in you. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I love you so much, and we will definitely see you next time. Take care. Have a magnificent Monday.